You want success, you dream of it, you visualize the life you deserve, but something keeps pulling you back, quietly, subtly, consistently. It's not the competition, it's not bad luck, it's not even the economy. More often than not, it's you. The voice of doubt, the habit of hesitation, the urge to retreat just when it's time to advance. This is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is the silent killer of potential. It disguises itself as procrastination, perfectionism, avoidance, and fear. And if we don't confront it, it will bury our goals under excuses and emotional loops that we mistake for reality. But here's the truth. Self-sabotage isn't who you are. It's a pattern, and patterns can be broken. What you need is a reset, not just in your habits, but in your mindset. In this powerful journey, we'll explore 8 transformational habits that will help you rewire your thinking, dissolve the lies you tell yourself, and step boldly into your success. Each section dives deep into a mindset that holds you back and offers practical tools to build the resilience and focus you need to move forward without fear, without friction, and without sabotage. This is your moment to get out of your own way. Let's begin. 1. Replace perfectionism with progress. Perfectionism masquerades as a high standard, but in truth, it's just fear in a fancy outfit. It tells you, don't start until you're ready, or this isn't good enough yet. And while you wait for perfect, life keeps moving without you. Perfectionism is one of the most common forms of self-sabotage. It freezes creativity. It silences action. And worst of all, it convinces you that your worth is tied to your output. Here's the mindset shift. Progress beats perfection every single time. If you're not embarrassed by your first attempt, you waited too long. If you don't feel discomfort while creating, you're not growing. Success doesn't come from flawless execution. It comes from consistent momentum. Start applying the 80% rule. If it's 80% good, launch it. Refine it later. This rule trains your brain to move, not to stall. Create a progress journal. At the end of each day, write down one thing you did today that moved you forward. One small thing you could improve tomorrow. Over time, you'll realize something powerful. Done is better than perfect. And the more you do, the better you get. Progress creates confidence. Confidence kills fear. And fear is what perfectionism feeds on. If you want success, let go of perfect. Embrace done. 2. Reprogram negative self-talk. The most dangerous voice isn't the critic outside, it's the one inside. Your inner dialogue shapes your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your reality. If that voice is filled with doubt, judgment, and limitation, success will always feel out of reach. Self-sabotage often begins with a whisper. You're not good enough. This won't work. Who do you think you are? These aren't facts. They're scripts handed to you by fear, past failures, or others' projections. But the good news? You can rewrite the script. Start by becoming aware. Spend one full day tracking your inner talk. Anytime you catch a negative phrase, write it down. Don't judge it, just observe. Then reframe it. I always mess up. I'm learning from every step. I'm not smart enough. I have the ability to figure things out. No one cares. My voice matters to the right people. This isn't about blind positivity. It's about conscious truth, about giving yourself a voice that's supportive, honest, and powerful. To deepen this habit, record your new affirmations and listen to them daily. Post empowering mantras where you'll see them often. Surround yourself with people who speak the language of growth. The more you feed your mind with belief, the less room there is for sabotage. You are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of them. And that means you have the power to choose better ones. 3. Break the addiction to comfort. Comfort is seductive. It feels safe, predictable, easy. But comfort is also the breeding ground of regret. Success lives outside your comfort zone, always, because growth requires stretch, and stretch requires discomfort. But if your default setting is to avoid hard conversations, difficult decisions, or challenging actions, you'll sabotage your future in the name of short-term ease. Here's the mindset reset. Discomfort is not danger. It's the price of greatness. Start with voluntary discomfort. Intentionally do hard things. Wake up earlier. Take cold showers. Say yes to a scary opportunity. Practice being uncomfortable so you're not paralyzed when life requires it. Every time you choose challenge over comfort, you build a mental muscle called resilience. And resilience is the antidote to self-sabotage. Make a list. What situations do you avoid? What fears keep you stuck? What habits give you quick relief but slow your progress? Now flip the script. Move toward those things little by little. Growth isn't supposed to feel cozy. It's supposed to feel like expansion. And yes, that's uncomfortable, but it's also where life gets exciting. Comfort is a cage disguised as a cushion. Break out of it and meet the version of you who's been waiting on the other side. Procrastination is one of the most subtle forms of self-sabotage. It often hides behind phrases like, "I'll do it later," "I'm not in the mood," or "I need more time." But what it really means is this: your fear is louder than your motivation. The longer you wait, the heavier the task becomes in your mind. And the heavier it feels, the more you delay, creating a self-fulfilling loop of stress, guilt, and underperformance. The solution isn't more time, it's less resistance. Enter micro-momentum, the habit of taking one small action immediately. It could be writing the first sentence, sending one email, or setting a 5-minute timer. This tiny start dissolves mental friction and activates motion. Because motion creates clarity, motion creates confidence, and most importantly, motion kills procrastination. Try the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If it's a big task, work on it for just 2 minutes. Once you're in motion, you'll likely keep going. Track your starts, not your finishes. At the end of the day, ask, what did I start today? This trains your brain to value action over outcome. Procrastination is a lie your comfort zone tells you. Silence it with a single step. Every habit you build or break stems from how you see yourself. If you want lasting success, you need more than goals. You need identity. You don't just set goals. You become someone who achieves them. The mindset shift: act from identity, not obligation. Instead of saying, "I need to write," say, "I'm a writer." Instead of "I should work out," say, "I'm an athlete." Instead of "I have to be more disciplined," say, "I'm the kind of person who follows through." Your subconscious will fight for consistency. When your identity aligns with your intentions, self-sabotage loses its grip. To build identity-based habits, ask, who is the kind of person that has the success I want? List their traits, habits, and choices. Start embodying them today in small ways. Identity is a compass. It keeps you on course when motivation fades. It gives you purpose when goals feel far away. You rise to the level of your identity, not your dreams. Become the version of yourself who deserves success, and success will follow. One of the most overlooked causes of self-sabotage is overcommitment. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your goals, you say no to what does. Busyness is not productivity. Pleasing everyone is not purpose. And a full calendar doesn't mean a full life. The mindset reset. Every yes is a no to something else. Choose wisely. Saying no is not rude, it's responsible. It protects your time, your focus, and your energy. And if you don't protect those, your dreams will starve. Here's how to say no with power. Pause before you commit. Ask, does this align with my mission? Use kind but firm language. Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now. Build a not-to-do list. Include things, people, or habits that drain you. You don't need to justify every no. You only need to honor your priorities. Success requires focus. Focus requires boundaries. And boundaries begin with one powerful word: no. Self-sabotage is rarely logical. It's emotional. We overreact, we avoid, or we freeze. Not because we don't know better, but because we don't feel capable in the moment. And when emotions lead, logic usually loses. This is why emotional mastery is key. It doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means recognizing them without becoming them. The Stoics called this apatheia, a state of inner stillness where emotions don't control action. You feel, but you don't obey the fear, the anger, or the doubt. The mindset shift. Name it. Don't become it. When you feel resistance, ask, what emotion is present? Where is it in my body? What's the story behind it? Just observing emotions gives you power over them. Then respond with intention. Create an emotional toolkit. Breathing practices to calm nervous energy. Journaling to get feelings out of your head. Movement to release tension. When you master how you feel, you master how you act. And when your actions align with your goals, self-sabotage loses its fuel. Emotional awareness is not weakness. It's the foundation of self-control. 8. Commit to daily self-accountability. Success isn't built in one massive push. It's built in a quiet, invisible moments where no one's watching. And those moments require accountability. Without it, the mind wanders. Habits fade, goals blur, and sabotage slips in through the cracks. Accountability doesn't have to mean pressure. It means presence. The mindset shift makes success a daily ritual, not a distant result. Create a system that keeps you focused, a morning routine that reconnects you to your vision, an evening reflection that tracks your progress, a weekly review that adjusts your course. Ask yourself daily, what did I do today to move forward? Where did I self-sabotage or hesitate? How can I improve tomorrow? Celebrate your wins, even the tiny ones. They are proof that you are showing up. And the more you show up for yourself, the less room self-sabotage has to grow. When you hold yourself accountable, your future self thanks you. Your confidence increases, your clarity sharpens, and your progress accelerates. Accountability turns mindset into momentum, and momentum sustained becomes mastery. Self-sabotage may have been your pattern in the past, but it doesn't have to be your future. You now have the blueprint to interrupt the cycle. You've seen how each habit, when practiced consistently, can chip away at the resistance, the fear, and the self-imposed limits that once held you back. This is not about perfection, it's about progression. It's about waking up each day and choosing to do something, however small, that aligns with your vision. Choosing to speak to yourself with power. Choosing discomfort over delay. Choosing honesty over hiding. Choosing discipline over drift. When you build a mindset of resilience, responsibility, and radical self-respect, success becomes inevitable. Because success isn't just about external results. It's about becoming someone who no longer stands in their own way. So today, choose forward, choose awareness, choose accountability. The world doesn't need another person full of potential. It needs someone willing to use it. Stop sabotaging, start becoming. Your future's waiting.